And we're back another week with another fire episode. I'm your host, Onney, the CEO, and today I have a fire female. She's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman. She's a CEO. So I need you guys to buckle up your seatbelts because you're now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another week and another episode. Today's guest I hold dear to my heart. I am very fond of this woman. I have watched her, she has inspired me, and I just can't wait to introduce her. So without further ado, you guys give it up for Eden.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Hey girl, so thank you first of all for coming on Outside the Box. Let me get all in your business first, and I want to tell you that I think you are a phenomenal woman. I have watched you behind the scenes, and I've seen you on several different sets, doing what you do, getting it in, and so I just wanted to acknowledge you and see if the world can be able to see what I see.
I am so humble. Thank you so much, truly, for your kind words. I just be working really to just get to the next level, help everybody out where I can, so we can just all elevate together.
I love that. And you are completely outside the box, which is why I had to have you on the couch with Onney. So tell us who you are, because I know who you are, but those that don't know, tell us who you are and what it is that you do.
My name is Miss Eden James, and I am a CEO of the Starting Lineup Enterprise, and that is a 360 consulting company. We cover anywhere from marketing to branding, PR, publicity, talent development, business management, and artist management as well.
Oh wow, you have your hands full. Now you're also an actress.
I am also an actress and a mother.
No, we cannot forget that because that's the most important job.
Yes.
So now, how long have you been involved in the entertainment industry as a whole?
Well, I actually started in the entertainment industry when I was about 14, 15.
Okay.
Then I had my daughter right when I was really about to launch into acting and modeling. And then took a break from motherhood, and then starting 2011 until present, I've been doing entertainment. And the thing is, I didn't even this was not ever my desire. I didn't even I want to be a CEO, I want to do PR publicity. It just happened that way.
That's alignment. A lot of times you've been doing it all along, you just didn't know you were doing it.
Yeah.
And then when somebody tell you that's what you're doing, you're like, you know what, I check off all those boxes. Before you know it, you woke up with a whole new title. Trust me, I know about that.
Right.
So where are you originally from?
California.
Okay. How long have you been in Texas?
Since 2010.
Okay. So what was that transition like, moving from California to Texas?
I loved it. It was real smooth. I actually moved here because my dad's like, I need to open up a shop in Houston. I need you to come and move down because we're all from California. He went to New Jersey, came back. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go move to Houston. I don't know why, but my mental was like, oh, we're going to be around a whole bunch of tumbleweed. Everyone's going to be wearing cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and that was obviously not the case.
Okay, so don't get it twisted. They still got a few horseback riders.
Right. No, they for sure.
In the city.
Absolutely. In the most unexpected places.
Yes.
And you're like, what? Okay. You want to ride the horse in the middle of the street? Cool.
Now, before you took that leap in business and following your dreams, what was life like?
I was just doing motherhood. I was just focusing because my mom, rest in peace, she was very busy. My dad was really busy, so I was like, we always take from what we didn't have and want to make that better.
Better, right.
At least that's what our goal should be. And so I was just really mom, working 2-3 jobs, and then I was like, okay, I need to figure out a different platform because my daughter is growing up. I don't want her on all this kind of social media, and women are out here beautiful, getting paid to turn up without a purpose, and they're doing the same thing the next day.
Right.
And that's really how I originated with my company, the Starting Lineup. I'm like, we're all women who may be very beautiful, attractive, but I want people to know that we don't just have bodies and look beautiful. We actually have brains that work, and we're hustlers. We know how to go out and get it. We're very classy with how we handle our business, and that's pretty much how that started. So that way we can help with the nonprofits and really be respected as women in power that get their grind on.
Man, I love it. You just encompass so much of my feelings right there, because I am so with that program of, we can sow into one another and manifest a miracle if
Absolutely.
we just, work together. And it's all about elevation.
Absolutely.
So now you're been full-time motherhood, focused on that. And you moved to Houston. It's a whole new world out here. And your children, one. Okay. Your child is growing up, getting bigger, and it's time to take that leap. What was that push? What did that moment look like to say, okay, I'm finna get back out there and start acting. I'm finna get out here and starting line up business. Like, what was that aha moment for you?
The aha moment for me was really, like I said, that was the catalyst of my daughter growing up. She's about 10 or 11, and I'm scrolling through social media, and I'm like, we do not have any positive female role models. Like, we have like marches with women saying, now nothing against it, like they're just out there like, here's my body, and it's great to be proud of your body and walk around naked, but I can't explain to my daughter like it's okay to walk around on the streets naked and be proud of yourself until she's old enough to do that. So I really just I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get out there and network. And I was branding and marketing at the time for Armadale Vodka. And so I built a lot of relationships in the industry with DJs, as far as product placement, with a lot of my great friends who are also the promoters in Houston, and with the media. And so that's pretty much how it started. It started with Drummer Boy Fresh. He planted the seed. He came in, and I was like, hey, do you have any other interviews, or are you hosting anywhere? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, let me talk to some of my friends and see if they want to interview. Because I had no idea who he was at the time. And they're like, yes, what are you talking about? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And so he's like, you can get paid for this. And that's when I added the PR and publicity to it. And I don't work for everybody. I've done more unpaid work than I have paid work, because one, I don't work with everybody. Two, I really like to help people.
Yeah.
And it's like a service for service thing. So I really have to believe in you, your product or your movement or what you're really about, because I don't want the headache. As you know, it's hard working with people. Businesses, we can tell a business what to do, but we can't. A person has their own mind, and I don't like the headaches. I don't want a big stress knot in my stomach. So usually it has to be people that I already know, have been watching, or have come referred, and usually everything is great. Highly recommended. Yeah,
because we definitely have to pick who to share our pearls with.
Absolutely. Can't cast it before swine.
Man, listen, because they will get trampled.
Absolutely.
I done had a couple bucks on my back a few times, but here we are, still standing.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's circle back to your acting career. You recently was a part of a production that captured such a historical and monumental moment in Houston, because so many people and lives were affected. And I just couldn't imagine, because my life was affected, and then knowing that we're actually going through it, and then to have to go through the reenactment of it. What was that experience like?
It was really hard having to go back into it, because it brings you back into that emotional space of the loss, whether it's financial or material, and loved ones especially. So having to get right back to it and think about all of the transplants that came here from Louisiana, who probably were trying to evacuate from Katrina, lost everything, come back to Harvey, and probably lost everything again.
Twice,
and it's just back to back, and
it's so traumatizing.
It was very traumatizing. So just really having to put myself in the mental and emotional space again, it was just like a flashback. Like, wow. Wow.
So what was that experience like, working with Michael Sterling?
It's great. Michael Sterling is a great friend of mine. We've known each other for quite some time. And the way this kind of worked out is literally we were already filming some scenes for one of his other movies called Party Bus. And then it started to storm, so we couldn't finish the rest of it. And he calls me like the third day or so. He's like, Eden, I have a great idea. He's like, what are you doing? Asking me this, and that. I'm like, he's like, well, I'm writing a movie script right now, and I want it to be about Harvey. I don't want our moment, this catastrophic moment to be taken by Hollywood or other people who are not from the city.
Right.
I said, you know what, that's a great idea.
That's dope that he sees that moment.
Absolutely.
Unfortunate circumstance, but very genius of him to decide to capture that footage, because he actually have real footage in the movie.
Absolutely. That's all real footage. He actually wrote the script, about 85-90% of it, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and then his co-writer, Sabrina Blanks, you know, made it the beautiful masterpiece it is. So, you know, their great minds together worked magic. So if you guys are tuned in, you guys do happen to watch it on Tubi for free. All of the news clips were all the real news clips from the time. All of the footage from, you know, all of the houses being underwater to the rooftops was all real footage. You know, shout out to Sheila Jackson, our congresswoman. She was in the movie. The SWAT teams, all of those were not actors and actresses. Those were real people
being a part. Well, we actually have a reel. So let's check it out. Harvey.
Texas is currently in the path of the most powerful storm the United States has seen in more than a decade. A mandatory evacuation.
You've been paying attention to the news. They say a hurricane's supposed to hit tomorrow.
Hey man, you better be pretty careful. It's looking pretty gray out there, bro.
Sammy's gonna help me board up these windows and we're out of here.
Every once in a while, we'll have a storm. And when it hits, it causes a significant amount of damage.
Grab some supplies, grab some things as a whole, yo. I mean, you just never know.
I think the government is behind all of these disasters. I'm serious.
I'm not entirely sure how long we're gonna be here, but I will keep you updated.
At 2:46 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the Warren area.
The whole first floor is completely flooded out, and I'm home by myself. The streets are all flooded. There's no way out of here. The only way out is by boat.
I am Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. We're here to get you out. We've got police and fire to help you get out safely.
They say this is supposed to be the worst one ever.
Oh, that's amazing to be able to capture that. So tell us again where we can find Harvey.
Y'all can find Harvey on Tubi for free. Download it. Harvey, it's a Michael Sterling production.
We love it. We love it. Now I want to circle back to starting lineup.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we all over the place. We outside the box.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, who are some of the artists that you currently represent now or working closely with?
The artist that I'm working closely with at the moment is Stunna Bam. We've been great friends for so many years. He's an inspiration to so many. My daughter, as one of them, he mentored her, still does. And at the moment, this past year, I've kind of taken a break really from the industry just to, one, get my own health back together. And then I was nursing my father because he was sick for quite some time and been in and out of the country or in city. So I'm just actually now getting back into Houston, coming up until a month.
Okay.
So
sometimes it's important to take those breaks. I even had to take a little break.
Sometimes, absolutely.
You know, you got to go back and regroup and come out stronger than before. You know, so shout out to you for giving yourself that self-care. Sometimes we don't think that taking a break is self-care, but it really is.
Oh, it really truly is.
It really is.
Especially when you're doing it so long. Like my schedule has been like this since I was 14. And it's like my body's, God really was like, you don't want to sit down? Okay, let me sit you down. Now you can't get up because your health won't allow you. And until you learn to praise your temple, like you're only going to run yourself down.
Yeah. And we don't want to do that because we have a lot of work to do.
Right. Yeah. And I'm actually blessed, though, with all the relationships that I have built. I've worked with Houston's hottest artists, legends, management.
You definitely have a lot of respect in the industry and the community.
Oh, so. Thank you.
And, you know, whenever I come across other female entrepreneurs that has made a great name for themselves, I salute them because it's almost like a lost language or something, because so many females, they lose, it's a thin line between promotion and self-respect.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times those lines get crossed, and being females in male-dominated industries where they consistently try to put us in these boxes and objectify our bodies, and you know, just to meet someone that knows who she is and stands true to her values is just amazing. And so I just want to give you your flowers while I have the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
And say I'm very proud to know you, and I'm excited to have you here on Outside the Box.
Yeah, it's great to be here with a fellow great empowered woman who's handling your business. Congrats on the new studio.
Thank you, thank you.
I love it. You're so talented.
God said go bigger.
Yeah, and you sure did. It's beautiful. Like,
thank you.
I love it.
Thank you. Now, what do we have to look forward to from Eden?
I am coming into my rebranding, so if you guys follow me on my social media, on Instagram at Eden is Paradise, you guys are going to say, well, how come we don't see so much event stuff? I'm rebranding.
Okay.
I'm turning back around and focusing a lot on me, my future projects, my website that I'm going to be rolling out. I have a couple series I'm going to be doing content for on YouTube, so it's going to be one that's really just entertainment with me and past clients and new clients and people I've built great relationships with.
Oh, no.
With a twist.
I might be looking for some PR work.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're definitely going to keep our relationship going strong.
For sure, for sure.
Yes, indeed. Now, I want to share your social media platforms for those that are watching and listening. If you want to find Eden, her Instagram is Eden is Paradise.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and also her Instagram for her management company, Starting Lineup. You can find her right there. Now, do you have any other announcements that you want to make that we have to look forward to?
At the moment, that's pretty much it. Oh, and if you guys have not downloaded Stunabam's newest project, Baptized in Loyalty, please make sure y'all go and do that now. It is an amazing project. You don't want to miss out on that. But like I said, do stay tuned, because the website, this amazing content, y'all have not seen any type of storylines like it before. Because one is going to be, you know, Memoirs of a Sick Random Lady on YouTube. That's me and doing what I love, like hiking and just stuff that you don't see on the forefront.
Yeah.
And then the other, again, is going to be industry related.
Now, I wanted to ask you, because you know, being a woman in the industry, we have a tendency to keep our private lives so very private. So when you go to our social media, all you see is anything that's affiliated with what we do. But a lot of people don't get a chance to see who we are. They see what we do, but they don't know who we are. Right. So have you had to learn any tough lessons on your journey that you wish you would have known before you started?
No, not really, because I'm a very private person, but yet an open box. I allow you in enough to where you feel like you know me a lot. So I give people enough of my family life. I give people enough of my sad moments, because 9 times out of 10 you go down social media and you see everybody's highest achievements, their best parts. But I actually do, like when my mom passed away and like what I was feeling, like I was crying. There's like certain moments where I do allow that emotional, vulnerable side.
You know, I'm still working on that.
So people, oh, you should, because it's a great piece.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really just allowing people, if they can see us at our best, I feel like they should be able to see us at our worst. So they can see the rivers, the valleys.
Makes you human.
Yes, it makes us more human. That's one of the things I'm going to be working on my social media, is going back to my basics of talking to my crowd more, interacting with my fan base, like, because we're all tangible, touchable people. Like, everything's not just a photo.
Right.
And the funniest thing is, my greatest moments I haven't even put on social media lately, and I should, but you know, sometimes we think so much because we're in our production state of mind, like, oh wait, but we can, oh no, and it's like, just do it so freely, like how we used to do. You know?
Yeah, that's true. You know, the world is strange, and I move in a different type of way. Like, you can't aim at a target you can't see. Yeah. So if it's something I'm working on, I hold that really, really close to my chest.
That kind of stuff I don't say anything about. I won't post anything about it. If it's stuff I want to see, like one of my hashtags is Facets of Eden. So when I hashtag that and you were to click on it, you're going to be like, oh, well, here she's hiking, here she's doing mom stuff, here she's cooking. So you can see I made a hashtag specifically for the different facets that I have of who I am.
I love that.
So people can check that out.
I love that. Well, I want to remind our viewers, now that we're going to close out the show, that they can find us here at the same time, same place next week. We are on multiple platforms. Make sure that you find a platform that works for you. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Hip Hop Street's live stream music app, iHeartRadio. There's 28 platforms out there. Find one that works for you. Make sure you check out our YouTube page. Click the subscribe button and click the bell notification so you can be notified when we release another segment, another episode. We would love to have you on this journey. And also, I want to let you guys know that this episode has been powered by Swan Isle Sea Moss. Make sure you get your fresh fruit-infused sea moss by Swan Isle, 100% organic, wild-crafted sea moss. Well, I'm your girl, Onney, the CEO. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode. I want to thank you, Eden.
Thank you so much
for coming and letting me get
appreciate you having me
in your business. You are a phenomenal woman. Continue to be just that.
Thank you so much.
And that is our show. And let me make sure I didn't forget anything. I didn't. Well, I'll see you guys same time, same place next week. I'm your host, Onney the CEO. You're plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box.